Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be me giving you guys a bunch of tips for how you can grow your hair a lot longer and a lot faster. So in 2015 I cut my hair, a bunch of it off because I was donating it to cancer. But the lady who was cutting my hair actually cut it a lot shorter than she A, needed to for me to donate it, and B, shorter than I wanted it to be. So I was really disappointed. So in the 8th grade my hair was super short and I was really self-conscious about it. So I kind of made it like my own mission to be able to grow my hair long again. So I've done a ton of research on this topic, and I know a lot of you guys want to cut your hair longer as well, so I thought I would share some of the tips that worked for my hair to you. Some of these tips may not exactly work for you, but it is just what worked for me, and I really hope they work for you too. So before we get into today's video and all the tips and everything like that, don't forget to subscribe if you're not already subscribed to my channel, and give this video a thumbs up. And let's just get started into all of the tips because I have a lot. At the end of the video, I will be talking about all of the photos that I have from like my hair growth progress, I guess you could say. So I did find a bunch of photos and all that stuff, so I'll be putting those right after I finish telling you guys the tips and tricks and stuff. But for now, let's just get right on into those. Okay, so the first tip that really worked for me actually, and this was probably one of the things that worked the best for me, was rinsing your conditioner out in cold water. So I know cold showers suck, but this honestly really helped me. So I didn't even rinse out my whole conditioner in cold water. I would start rinsing it out in warm water, and then I would just do the last like 20 to 30 seconds in very cold water, which definitely kind of sucked, but you get used to it and it's honestly worth it. My hair grew super fast once I started to do that. So I definitely recommend that if you are trying to grow your hair out. The next thing that really helps me, and it's such a simple thing, like honestly you should probably be doing this anyways, but I know that I definitely wasn't doing this before I was trying to grow out my hair, and it is making sure that you brush out your hair every single night before you go to bed. And not just brushing it out with any brush, but with like a boar bristled brush. I think that's what they're called. I'll put some like pictures up over there. But this is definitely that I started doing. My hairstylist recommended this to me to get my hair to grow faster. And it definitely really works. So I believe that this works because when you brush your hair out, it kind of distributes the oils around your hair, so that it kind of hydrates itself and all of that. So I definitely really recommend that. It really helped me grow my hair longer, and it just makes your hair healthier overall, because you don't want to just be growing out your hair and it not be healthy at all. Like, that is not what you want. So this keeps it healthy and it helps it grow, so it is a win-win situation. The next one, which is a really big one for me when I was trying to grow out my hair, and I was like following this as closely as I could, is the foods that you are eating. So I know it really sucks to change up your diet, but you really don't have to change it that much. You can just like add in certain foods that are really good for your hair. So some of these foods include like whole grains, lots of different proteins like fish, nuts, eggs, things like that are really good for your hair. Avocados are great for your hair, all that stuff. If you want like a bigger list, those are just some of the main ones that I was eating a lot and that I found online, but I'm sure you could look up like lots more of like giant lists of food. I'm sure there's tons and tons of them, so it's not really even that you have to cut too much out of your diet, which I'm sure that there are things that you could be cutting out of your diet to make your hair grow faster, but personally I wasn't doing that. I was just trying to add these foods into my diet, and it worked just fine for me. So yeah, I would definitely recommend that. Okay, so the next one is something that you should be doing regardless of if you are trying to grow your hair or not, and it is to use less heat on your hair. So that includes blow dryers, straighteners, curling irons, all of those products that apply heat to your hair. Don't use them. So when I was trying to grow out my hair, I did not use any heat products at all. At least I don't think so. If I did, I hardly ever use them, just because that really damages your hair, especially if you are using super high heat. It is really not good for your hair. So if your hair is damaged, it's obviously not going to grow as quickly. So yeah, really try not to use that. And if you do have to use it for whatever reason, try to turn the heat down as low as possible on the device, and use a heat protectant spray. I just tried to go get mine right now, but like I can't find it for some reason. So I'll put a picture of the one that I use up on the screen right here if I ever do have to use heat on my hair, but really do try to avoid it if possible, regardless of if you are trying to grow your hair long or not. So this was one that I really hated doing, but it actually really did help. So I usually like to wash my hair every second day, but when I was trying to grow my hair longer, I found and I read about and stuff that shampooing a lot less is actually a lot better for hair growth and making your hair grow a lot longer. So only using shampoo 2 to 3 times per week, I think that that's what I did. And apparently this just allows the natural oils in your hair, again, just like with the brushing your hair out every night, to hydrate your hair and make it a lot healthier. So this is definitely something that I recommend. As much as I hated doing it, it really, really worked for me. Another one that helped me so much, guys, like I cannot even stress the importance of how much this helped me, and it is to stop wrapping your hair up in that little towel thing that you like put your hair in after you shower. I don't even know what that's called, but don't wrap your hair up in that little towel thing. And it's actually very easy to do. When I read that, I was like, what? I always wrap my hair up like that, like how am I supposed to not? But it's actually a lot easier than you would think. If you do need to dry your hair, definitely, like, you can still like kind of blot your hair. That's what I would do, but the very best thing you can do, like if possible, is to just let your hair completely air dry. So no blow dryers, no blotting it with the towel, and definitely no putting it up in the little towel hat thing. This just definitely really helps. So if you're not in a massive hurry, definitely try to let your hair air dry, as it will really help it grow a lot longer. And my last tip, which I am pretty sure that you guys all know, but I thought I would just throw it in anyway, because it was something that I hated doing, and even though I had read it on every single source, I was like, but do I have to? Yes, you have to. And it is to give your hair frequent trims, because that will actually help it grow faster. So when my hair was this short, I really didn't like it this short, but I went in for my trims anyway, even though I was like, oh no, I'm losing more length, which you really don't even lose that much more length. It's just that it's a tiny trim, and it will help your hair grow a lot faster. So as much as I didn't want to do it, it really helps me, and it will help you too, I promise. So if your hair is short and you want to grow it longer, please go get it trimmed often, otherwise it won't grow. Okay, and as promised, I'm going to include all of the photos now, at least some of the ones that I found that kind of showcase my hair the best, I guess, because like I said, I wasn't really taking, well, I actually did take old hair progress photos, but like that was on like an old phone of mine, and I don't have those photos anymore, so I had to like dig through my mom's Facebook and like try to find some of these photos of my hair. So these were not obviously intended to be progress photos, so I'm sorry if they're not the best, but I will show you guys a couple of the photos that I do have. So these first ones are from when I was getting my hair cut off. I was really unhappy about this, my haircut. I was like trying to pretend to smile so I didn't hurt the hairdresser's feelings, but as you can probably see from these photos, I don't look the happiest, because my hair really was super short, especially compared to how it was before I cut it, which I'll put that photo there as well. I cut it at near like the beginning of December in 2015, so that was where these photos are coming from. Now this next photo is one from the front, and it is from late February, I believe. So this was just a couple months later, and my hair had definitely grown quite a lot. This was about 2.5 to 3 months later, and I was really impressed with how much my hair had grown. So I was definitely seeing really good results so far. And these next two photos were both taken around the beginning of August of 2016, or near mid-August, I guess. And my hair had literally grown so much. It's basically as long in those photos as it is right now. And I've actually cut my hair since those photos were taken. Not as drastic as the initial photos, but I have definitely gotten cut a little bit, which is why now it is about just as long as it was in these photos from 2016. But yeah, I was definitely super impressed with how fast my hair grew. I definitely did notice that by doing these little tips and tricks, my hair did grow a lot faster, because I have cut my hair that short before in the past, and I didn't really do any of the tricks, or I didn't really do anything to help it grow faster. And my hair did still grow back fairly quickly, because my hair does naturally grow fairly fast, but it definitely did not grow back as quickly as it did the second time I cut it. So I was really impressed with a lot of these tricks. And I really hope that they can help you guys as well. Alright guys, that is all for today's video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed and that some of these tips or tricks help you. Definitely leave a comment down below if there was any tip or trick that surprised you or that you maybe didn't know. And I will see you all in my next video, and have a great rest of your day. Bye!